Welcome to another video with me, the Wizard. And yes, Julia Wandelt. I still have a little bit from Break the Ice interview that I want to go through. Like I have said, I'm not a professional body language reader, analysis type person. Same with statement analysis. I'm learning. I'm hoping you can learn with me. You can actually correct me in the comments. If I read something wrong, let me know. Nothing wrong with pointing out something because I don't know everything. But this was the interview, and it basically reiterates how much Julia wants to lie. Now, Break the Ice Man here. He asks good questions. He really does. You can see he thinks about what he's asking, and whatever it is he asks for a reason, and I like that. I do. But Julia, yeah. Well, watch this with me. Like I say, I might miss something because I'm still learning. Let me know in the comments. If you like this sort of thing, do not forget to like the video and subscribe. It helps. And I now have channel memberships available. Support the channel any which way. And yes, I'm surrounded by my artwork. So feel free to comment if you want to make a donation to the channel, and I'll send you a painting because that's the way we roll. That's the way we roll. Can't even sort it out. But yeah, let's watch this, and you let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll say whatever it is I think as we go.
And solved just by one DNA test with either you and Kate and or Jerry, or
And we're fully aware that Julia does have tick, and she actually blinked there, which was probably more tick related. But as he's talking, she is swallowing hard, etc., which means she's getting a bit. Something's coming up here where she's probably basically going to lie.
Could very, very, very easily be
The eyes, blinky blink,
answered and solved just by one DNA test with either you and Kate and or Jerry, or you and the parents that raised you in Poland. Are you saying that Kate and Jerry and your Polish parents, none of them will do a DNA test with you?
None of them did DNA test with me.
How do you think?
As she said no, like it's a blatant lie. Blatant lie. Watch the blink rate. As she says no, she shakes her head, and watch the eyes.
Kate and Jerry and your Polish parents, none of them will do a DNA test with you.
None of them did DNA test with me.
How do you think you got from Portugal on the 3rd of May 2007 to Poland with the parents that raised you? It's very interesting to know what you think there.
Okay, so what I think and what I remember is that I was... Okay, first, I think that it was planned. I think that people who were there... Okay, I don't know how to say it. To not
literally, she's getting ahead of herself. She doesn't know what to say, how to say it. She's looking... She's really hesitant. The blink rate, there's like she's just on one here, like she's reveling in it, but she's hoping that she can convince.
Okay, so
why laugh? You're talking about being abducted, and she's laughing, and that it's like she's biding time to think of what to say because what she's saying is not true.
I think is that if I imagine Kate and Jerry knew what was going to happen, in my opinion, I remember, as I said on Sean's channel, I remember being taken. I remember being abused before being taken.
Taken and abused. Well, we know that's just complete rubbish. But if you look the way she's looking, and you can see the deception is there in her face. But I already know, and you probably already know, that's complete rubbish.
And I remember I remember that I was put into the car. Yeah, I saw this on Sean's channel, and you were very surprised.
No, because I don't watch
Why is
everything
she
on Sean.
barking?
Sorry, Sean, because I know Sean will watch it. No, I don't watch every because
Okay, so
Sean's
you were
Wasting time
surprised. Okay,
laughing.
Sean's
It's not a
posted a
real
million.
smile. If you look at her eyes to her mouth, like she's trying to smile, but not really. It's there's nothing, or shall I say, everything is to do with deception rather than honesty. It just reeks of it. There's just something about her that everything that she does, it seems to be a manipulation.
Videos a day at the
yeah, I
moment.
know. I
Sorry,
don't watch
Sean,
everything
I don't watch
either.
everything. So no, I am
Yeah,
surprised. Carry on, please. It's really interesting.
Okay, so I will. Okay,
And that's exactly like carry on. It's interesting, and she's trying to think what to say. So he unwittingly has said what she did not want to hear, and she's like, "Oh, I've got to carry on."
so I remember being abused before being taken by
See that abuse to be taken? No,
a man, and other people were in the room, and I remember that someone
doing a mouth swallow,
used something like a syringe to put something to me, my body. Injected. This is the word, inject.
Yeah, blinky blink, looking away, coming back. See, she's making this up as she's going. It's basically she may have sort of actually thought of this beforehand, but now it's harder to recall a lie than to recall a fact.
Something.
Yeah.
I remember that someone gave me through the window to a man who had, and I don't remember the face. I only remember that he had dark.
Again, through the window. The window was not touched. Look at the PJ files. The window was closed. The curtains were behind the bed and a chair, and the shutters were down. There's literally no way that she was ever passed through a window. And if you look at the actual window in the photos, you'd think, really? So she's going on what she's seen or heard, and she's now trying to incorporate that into her story to make it valid, a bit of validity. And for those who've sort of seen this and whatever, and actually seen and researched, straight away you would be like, "What you on about the window? What are you on about the window?" That's one thing that Kate McCann actually sort of slipped up on.
Dark hair, and that he was slim and tan skin. This man who took me. I remember that that he took me
Bearing in mind what she's recalling here, she would have been 3 years old. I'm not being funny, but when I asked my 3-year-old granddaughter what she done yesterday or at school, what? Did you do some painting? Or yeah, I did. Yeah, you say things to try and help them remember. They're 3 years old, and now you're telling me she sat there saying, "Oh, I went through a window. I was abused. I was this. I was that. The man was this. I don't remember the face, but this, his skin." You were 3 years old. You would not ever recall anything of what she's saying. 3 years old. So the whole concept of what she's saying here is just complete rubbish. It's a lie.
diagonally. I don't know how to say it.
Looking
To the car.
Hello, darlings. Aunt Helga.
And for our trouble, we get a nice juicy advert. Happy days.
Diagonally to the car that was
diagonally to
a
car.
little
That
bit
just
later,
makes zero sense.
a little bit farther. I remember that I couldn't move my body in any way. I couldn't say anything, but I was mindful what's happening, and I saw. I think it's important, the full moon. I published the memories on my Instagram, some of them, and I published that I saw the full moon, and people checked.
I published. Who says that? You'd be like, "Oh yeah, I recollected whatever it may be. I posted it on my Instagram. I published it as if like it's a big thing." Like, remember, she's 3 years old at this time. Where is this coming from?
If there was a full moon then. And they said that there was.
That's been disproven already.
They showed me the pictures.
That is incorrect. I mean, she's blinking away and she's fiddling, and that's wrong. It's been proven that was not the case because you couldn't even see the moon on that night. So you know, more lies.
Of moon phases. I said what I remember, and they checked it. And
See, she even
so
said that, like, she had a little head, like, no, and like looking down and that. So I think she actually knows that she's lying there.
so because some people said to me after I described this memory, some people messaged me that, but how can you remember anything if you were injected? So as I said, I remember,
You wouldn't.
but I don't think it was something to put me to, like, immediately to sleep. I think it was something to make me paralyzed, because I remember I couldn't move and shout. That's why I think it was more like
Blink right.
paralyzing the body for some time.
Something to numb the body, numb your body.
Yeah, this is what
Okay.
this is how I understand this. And also then I remember that he went with me diagonally, and in the moment I saw
and he went with me diagonally. What a ridiculous thing to have in a sentence. We went diagonally. Who's ever spoken like that? And she thinks like she's watched a few movies where all you can do is move your eyes and nothing else. And she's like, oh yeah, I'll have that. That'll fit in my story.
Full moon. And then I remember that I was in the car. He left me there. Car had gray and black seats.
Car.
Cars
trying to emphasize a lie. Blinky blink.
And then I remember that I was in a, like, I don't know what was that, but
blink,
something
blink.
in my size, like
she didn't know what to say.
Box or whatever. I don't know what was that. And then I don't remember anything. And then I remember being in the car that suddenly stopped on the road, and it was dark, and there was a small lamp with small. Blinks. There was a lamp with small light.
Lies, blink.
Yeah, and I don't remember nothing later. And then Blinks. From the road, and only then I.
So I'm talking over her, because if I kept stopping it every time, then we wouldn't get anywhere, because it's just constant. But just keep watching her eyes. You can see her mouth when she swallows and she's looking. There's nothing genuine that you can see about what she's saying or as her as a person.
I mean, and then I remember the memory when I was in the first basement.
In the basement?
It's not in underground place, but I call it basement.
Yeah.
It's easier for me to, but it's not like a basement under your house or whatever.
Blinkety blink.
And then I remember that I I don't like talking about my memories, sorry.
See, okay. Go back, listen to what she says there.
Not like a basement under your house or whatever. And then I remember that I I don't like talking about my memories, sorry.
I don't like to talk about my memories. Sorry. Basically, she lost where she was at, but being that she's talking about things that are false, you can get seriously messed up. If you're talking about the truth, then, well, it's the truth. It's there. It's in your head. You would not be like that. You'll just be like, oh, right, blah, 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 blah. And it'll be through. But with her, she's like stopping. And then she's like, oh, like, where am I at? Well, yeah, where are you at in your story? I was making it up as I was going along. I've lost myself.
Sorry.
Look, sorry, so she's getting all flustered because she.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, but it's just, yeah. Okay. So
that was to give her time. That there was absolutely no reason for her to do that whatsoever, other than the fact that she knows that she's messed up a bit in her story. And she's like, oh, I need to like recoup. Oh, let me, oh, poor me. And then comes back. But like I say, I mean, there's nothing genuine about it. It's crazy. But he's asked good questions, and I loved it when he said, oh, no, carry on. And she's like, oh, well, but where was I? I need you to ask me a question so I can start from there. And like, she had panic mode. And there, like putting the phone like that, that's just like, oh my God, like she's getting flustered. She's literally getting flustered because obviously it's seriously hard to recall lies. And it's just very, very easy to remember something that is true and factual. But let me know what you think in the comments. I might be wrong. Who knows? But that will do for now, because obviously there's only so many lies you can listen to in a day. So keep it true, innit? So let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Happy days. And like I say at the end of every video, be wizards, stay wizards. That's the wizard's words.